Well, good afternoon. Phew. Just getting gone. Gonna run a few minutes late because you know what? The traffic is not necessarily bad, but the weather is not necessarily good. So how about that? I am on my way to a doctor's appointment. So don't anybody think I'm just doing stupid stuff just to be out in the weather and, Corona. You know what? I take precautions, but I ain't worried about Corona. If I get it, I get it. That's gonna suck, but I'm not gonna live in fear for that. No way. No. Okay, anyway, I don't know why I said that. That was free, just so nobody has to pay a subscription on that one. As if you have to pay a subscription anyway. This is Wait a Minute. My videos, my thoughts, and I'm sharing them with you. You. No, it's that Y-O-U or the letter U? You. Okay, that was a dad joke, but that's okay because I'm a dad and I tell jokes. They're not always funny, but I tell them. Okay, anyways. I had something to say, but I kind of forgot because I started goofing around. Later today, I know what I'm going to make a video on, but this one is different. I'm going to talk about do what you got to do when you got to do it. There are so many reasons why we don't do things. So many. And it sucks because, a lot of times we're prisoners to what we can't do. You know what I mean? Like, here's my example. The roads are nasty, it's snowing, it's slippery, and I really don't want to go. I really don't. My body even knew I didn't want to go. Last night I slept well. The night before that I didn't sleep at all. Not at all. So, yesterday went pretty well. I was okay. Last night, fine. I didn't go to sleep until a little bit later, which is normal for me. And almost every single day I wake up at 4 or 5, or the very latest 6. Depends on, how tired I am, whatever. Last night, I went to sleep at a reasonable time. I don't know, it's after midnight, but it's, not terrible. And woke up this morning at 7. And I don't know what happened after that because I didn't wake up again until 9:40-ish. I was supposed to be somewhere at 10 o'clock, and that didn't happen. Well, hey, I can see the sun through the clouds. How cool is that? Right through the clouds, right through the snow, right to me. A little smile from Jesus. Anyways, so already this morning my body was saying, don't get out of bed, don't do it, wait, it's gonna be okay, just don't do it, come on, wait, don't do it. So I didn't want to get up, but yeah, I kind of had to. So I got up. Well, I didn't get up yet. I called or texted, whatever, the person who I was supposed to see at 10 o'clock. I called him hit him up about 20 minutes before because I had just woke up, literally. Wasn't even out of bed. My feet hadn't hit the ground yet, Tim. Hadn't even hit the ground. Anyway, it wasn't making a whole lot of sense, but I sent him a message that said, hey, I'm going to be late, but I'll still be there. Don't worry about me, blah, blah, blah. Overslept. And then after I was up for a little while, I'm like, you know what? That's dumb. I overslept. And I won't be there till tomorrow. No, I won't be there till later, after my next appointment. Therefore, my next appointment I don't have to rush to my next appointment from this appointment because I'm so late, blah, blah, blah. So, it made sense to do it later. Anyway, so let's say this. So I didn't have to leave early today. And I did not leave early today. I didn't even leave early for my therapy appointment. Wade's a bad person. Wade's not very smart. Should have, because, the roads aren't great. It's 29 degrees, and they're wet and yucky, and it's still snowing, and, don't want to speed too fast on that. I'm not a crazy person. I know how to drive in the snow. I just don't like to. It's like a friend of mine used to say, it's not that I'm lazy, I just don't like to work. Well, it's not that I can't drive in the snow. I've been doing it a lot of years. I'm pretty good at it, but don't like it because accidents happen. And the longer you drive, the more apt you are to have an accident because, statistics show that you're going to have, a couple accidents in your life, whatever. Well, yeah, so running on empty here. Anyway, the snow and the weather and the things and the stuff got me all wondering about, whether I should even go to my appointment I'm going to right now. But you know what? I knuckled down. I'm going. And I'll say something that I always said before. When I was dying, I had terminal lung disease. When I was dying from that, which I'm not anymore, I was healed, thank you, Jesus. When I was dying, I had this thing that I would say to people whenever we went somewhere cool, like I wanted to climb Mount Baldy, even though it was really hard for me, but I had people with me, or when I wanted to walk up here, even though it was really hard for me. Now, I could have died at any one of those things that people were doing with me. Well, I thought it was really kind of me and really cool of me to prepare people in case something happened to me, and I would say, you know what, in case anything happens to me, if I should die or whatever on doing this, I want you to know I died doing what I want to do with people I love to be with, and I'll die with a smile on my face. And I thought that was a really cool thing to say, but I found out later, after I wasn't dying anymore, that most people, Michael, really hated that when I would say that. Well, I thought about it more since then, and I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, today, I'm on my way in the snow and whatever else, and I'm glad I left the house, and if something should happen to me between here and there, I'm glad I left. I'm doing what I want to do, and no regrets, you know what I mean? But I don't mean that like I'm gonna die, I just mean that like, you know, something can always happen to any of us, and I just always want people to know, you know, how I was feeling. Just because if something did happen, I think that'd be comforting, and be comforting for me to know if, like, say my mom or dad said something like that. You know, it might be weird at the time, but I'd be glad in the end if they said it. Anyway, I said that. Now I'm gonna say this. We live in fear a lot of the time. And I've talked about this before, and I'm not really trying to redo myself from before, but today my attitude was, you know, it is scary outside, and I could stay home, and I could live in fear, and I could avoid whatever that scary thing is. But you know what? Scary things are going to happen our whole life. Do you want to live, or do you want to just exist? You know what I'm saying? You can do things and function in life and not be alive. You know, if your heart's beating, you're alive. But do you want to live? Like, really live? Like, be alive in the things that you do, and, you know, have an actual life? I don't want to just exist. I want to live. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing my thing, and no regrets. So anyways, I think that in a lot of times in our lives, well, for one thing, I'll say this one. I was talking to somebody recently about Christianity, and they know what's right and wrong. They know about Jesus. You know, they know about being a Christian, and they feel that it's the right thing to do, and that God's real, and He wants to be in relationship with them, and all that other kind of stuff. That guy knows. He's not living right now, and he doesn't. He's not at a place where he's ready to accept Christ and be in a relationship with Christ, which hurts me. But at the same time, you can't make somebody live for Jesus, and you can't talk them into it, because then it's not their decision. They have to decide for themselves. Which, you know, as human beings, we don't like that, because we don't like people to not do what we know that they should do, or what we really feel that they should do, blah, blah, blah. Well, this guy, he's probably watching this video, and if he is, you know who I'm talking to, and I'm not going to say your name because I don't want people to be all up in your business, but Jesus is real, and you know it. And all that being said, there's no reason to wait. You know, I could have waited today and postponed my appointments and said, you know what, when the weather's better, you know. Before my parents got sick, they would always be like, well, I don't want to go out in that, so we're just going to postpone our appointment. I'm like, you know, it's wintertime in Michigan. We're always going to have winter times. We're always going to have, you know, we live in Michigan. We're always going to have winter times. And the fact is that there's never going to be an ideal time for you to do anything, ever. You know, there may be situations where it's a certain season, and, oh, hey, you know what, but it's never going to be the perfect time. It's never going to be a time that's not scary. It's never going to be a time that's not a challenge. So I'm challenging you. If you want to accept Jesus as your Savior, if you want to be in a relationship with God, don't wait. Now is the accepted time. Now is the time that you need to be doing this. Now is the time, especially with all the chaos in the world and everything else that's going crazy. The one thing that's not crazy in my heart is my relationship with Jesus and the benefits from being in a relationship with Him. So I said all that I wanted to say for now. We're going to make another video later. Probably doing both on the same day, because, yeah. Love you guys. Bye.